Good morning. Well, it's Wednesday morning, and I thought it would be fun to videotape making scones. A good friend of ours has recently discovered called the Midwife, and she was talking about that she only had a Christmas cookie left over to eat while she was having tea watching Call the Midwife. So I wrote her and told her that she needed to have some scones to eat while she was having her tea watching Call the Midwife. So I told her I would make her some whipping cream scones because this is once again, Randy. You can breathe, honey, for a minute. Go ahead and breathe. We had several people write once again saying they could hear him breathe. So I've told him to let's practice holding his breath while he's okay. Hold another breath, honey, and I'll quit talking just a minute. Anyway, so I wanted to share whipping cream scones with y'all. It's it's just so easy to make these, and they're so good. All it is 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, and you cut up 1/3 cup of cold butter in it. I don't know if y'all have watched Call the Midwife. If you have not, it's such an excellent series. It's so good. It's really, really a good show. Even Randy, you wouldn't think about guys watching this, but all the husbands we talked to that watched it absolutely loved it. And do you admit that sometimes you had tears in your eyes, honey, at the end?
Yes, I did.
And you did.
It was aliens.
Probably for me making you watch it. But anyway, we did. We loved it. It was really, really good. We were sorry that we watched them all and there wasn't any more to watch.
And where you watch this at?
Do what?
Where you watch it at? What station?
Oh, I don't know. What are we watching?
Netflix.
Oh, Netflix? Oh, okay. Okay, you always do that, so I don't have a clue. Anyway, so you just cut in the butter into the flour. This is just like making any kind of pie crust or biscuit, but scones are different because they have sugar in them. There's no egg in them, and these have a cup of whipping cream. But let me go ahead and give you the recipe for it before I forget. It is already on the blog. Just put in whipping cream scones in the search bar, and I think they're about the 4th or 5th scone that pops up. I've got cranberry orange scones on there, and pumpkin scones on there. This is still our favorite. This is a great scone to make. If you're having strawberry shortcake, you can use this as the shortcake instead of the little bought sponge cakes at the grocery store. Have we ever bought those?
No.
I don't think we have bought those. I never liked them. But
We never had strawberry shortcake.
that's true. Well, I'm not a big strawberry person. So I guess it kind of is all about me, isn't it? I can always bake and fix what I want. Is that right, honey?
Oh, no, dear.
Randy is taking a break from work right now, so.
Don't tell me.
I'm sorry. I mean, just for 5 minutes, he's taking a break from work because he got up extra early, like at 5, and started working.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so your butter is cut up, 1/3 cup of butter. See, I started talking and forgot the recipe already. 1/3 cup of butter, and cut it in 2 cups of all-purpose flour. There we go. Did you show that?
Mm-hmm.
Cutting up the butter, a couple little pieces, till you've got just really some crumbs from the butter cut up in there. I think I told y'all in the video on Sunday that our kids had given me a tripod with a remote control and a light on it, and it's amazing. It's wonderful. I just haven't figured out yet how to get it to where it shows the food on the counter, so I'm having to work on that. So Randy said that he would videotape this since I was making it this morning. Okay, I think that's kind of the coarse crumbs right there. Okay, all this is a 1/4 cup of sugar, a tablespoon of baking powder, a little bit of salt, and I'm going to mix that in with the flour and the butter. Okay, and then a cup of cold whipping cream. Let me switch over to a fork now. You might see in the background there's boxes sitting around everywhere. I've got so excited about moving. I love to move. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm one of those weird people that I really love to move. It's kind of an adventure, I guess, every time. I love to wash dishes and I love to move.
Weird.
That's true, isn't it? Those are my fun things to do. And love on you, honey.
Sure. I agree.
All right. It's a stiff dough. I have gone ahead and floured a piece of wax paper. And I know a lot of scones that you buy are in a pie shape. I'm going to divide the dough in half just because it's easier to work with. The less you handle it, the softer and flakier it will be. It says to knead it 4 or 5 times. I don't do that. I just kind of work it in a circle like that. I don't flatten it out a lot. Okay, and then I'm going to brush just a little bit of whipping cream. Oh, let me just put that in. That's easier to dip. Brush a little bit of whipping cream on the top. Sprinkle a little bit of sugar. And, you know, if you're doing this for Christmas morning or Halloween, a fall breakfast, whatever, you can use always your colored sugar on the top. Makes it pretty. And then I just use for some reason I like glasses. They're just easier than the, well, I say they're easy. Okay. They really are. Okay, maybe we'll use the biscuit cutter for the next one. And then your leftover dough, you just gather up and re-roll it. That's why I don't knead it 4 or 5 times, because by the time you rework it, it gets kneaded enough. So we'll stop it right now. I'll go ahead and finish this, and I think I might use the biscuit cutter next time. Anyway, we'll be back as soon as they put them in a preheated 375-degree oven, and I think it's about 10 to 12 minutes, but I'll let y'all know when I come back.
Okay.
Okay, the scones cooked for 13 minutes at 375, so I'm going to put them in a cooling rack. They're just lightly golden brown around the edges. These are so good for just with a little bit of jam or honey, or even a little bit of butter. So I thought, since I told y'all about the scones that you buy that are pie shaped, I thought I'd go ahead and just show y'all what I do when I do the pie shaped scone. Instead of cutting it with the pie cutter, which we learned a while ago, I remembered why it did that. Honestly, before, when I've made scones, I don't use any cream or milk on the top. I just sprinkle it with sugar. But with the whipping cream on the top, it made it a little sticky, and that's why I couldn't get it out of the glass. But I did get my little trusty biscuit cutter out. So, but this is the leftover dough from that first batch a while ago. Okay, so instead of doing the whipping cream and sugar on the wax paper and then transferring it, it gets a little messy, so I thought I would wait and just put it on the baking sheet. Then sprinkle it with the sugar. And then cut it. Makes it just a little easier to handle that way, instead of trying to do that and then transfer it to the baking sheet. So I'm making 4 scones out of that one little circle. And like I said, you do not have to put the whipping cream on top. I just did just to get the sugar to stick real well, since I'm transferring these and taking a couple to some friends. So I'm going to put these in the oven. I'm going to put the timer on for 13 minutes, and I won't bore y'all with the rest of it, but I did get my biscuit cutter out. Like I said, I'm going to finish rolling out the dough, do them with the cookie cutter, and y'all need to try this. This is a really good recipe, and that way you have an English scone while you're having tea and watch The Call the Midwife. We'll videotape something later in the week. I'm not sure yet. I'm sorry I ended the video on Sunday saying love y'all. If you read the blog, you'll understand why. Anyway, I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to say have a great week, and we will see you next video. And check out chocolatecastles.com or Sassy Southern on YouTube. Bye.